Hey, it's Dorr with Tactical Hyve, and based on some of the comments I've been getting, questions in regards to my EDC, we're gonna go ahead today and cover my loadout. All right, we're back. Without further ado, my everyday carry. Depending on the day, depending on where I'm going, is gonna depend on what I'm carrying. But obviously I never leave home without my phone. Got all my emergency contacts in here. It can double as a flashlight. Everybody's got one, but it's a good piece of kit. As far as my pistol, I have several, but my go-to is a SIG 365. I'm a big believer in stock guns for practical purposes. Pretty fancy guns for showing off and just having, looking at, spending time with, telling stories. But for those practical, real world purposes, where you or someone you love's life's on the line, I just think going with stock guns is the way to go. They're designed to just work. So this is the first EDC I ran a light on full time. For the longest time, probably the first year or more that I had this gun, I did not run a light. But coach, you know, he beat me down, you know, he belittled me enough. And I went ahead and made the switch because it's the responsible thing to do. And there's no inconvenience whatsoever. I don't notice it. And in a low light situation, I'm gonna be ready for success. It's got the standard SIG sights, trinium, with the bright green front sight. You know, in the event I actually had to use this thing for its intended purpose, the likelihood of even seeing the sights are pretty nil, but they're there and they definitely work. For a holster, I like to run the plain Jane standard holster on a belt clip. This one's made out of carbon fiber. I usually run it at 4 o'clock, but sometimes I do run it up front at the appendix, you know, after that 1 o'clock appendix angle. Kind of in a love-hate relationship with appendix, so I'm not ready to commit to that full kangaroo pouch. I did try them out for a few months, wrote a couple reviews. They're on the site if you want to check them out. As far as mags, I like the middle size mag. I think it fits my hand best. On the flush fitting mag, my pinky drags off. So I like to have that purchase of the middle mag, the middle size. Fits good in my hand and it doesn't really affect my ability to conceal all that much. I do run a +1 because every little bit counts. So I do carry an extra mag. In the event I've got to use any of this stuff, that's the one time in my life I like to be as liberal as possible. And I don't want to have to worry about how much love and attention I give you with that first mag. So I always carry a second mag. I've been using them for a few years. Man, they really work. One caveat. At one point, I stuffed my pistol and my extra mag underneath the seat of my 4Runner. And when I came back, magnet had been attracted to the bottom of the seat and it got sucked up into the seat and it's still there to this day. So be careful with that. Other than that, you know, mags are great. As far as what I jam into these, I don't have a specific brand that I use. I just use all the major ones. They all work. For you though, make sure you run the exact make model of ammunition through your EDC because sometimes there are feeding problems. Just for whatever reason, certain guns, certain ammo don't mesh well together. So just make sure that what you guys are running works for you. This stuff all works for me. And honestly, I mean, I've got so much loose 9mm laying around. Whatever makes it in here. Okay, moving on to knives. I do carry a knife. You know, I pulled one of these out just for demonstration. These things are cool in theory and they're fun conversation starters, but I generally don't carry it. Why? Because I don't want it to get dirty and whatnot. This is a cool new one I picked up from CRKT. It's a little teeny little pig sticker. Could open some boxes with this, which is really all I use them for. That and apples, big apple guy. But yeah, I always run a pocket knife for obvious reasons. Coach is a cake guy, you know? I'm an apple guy, you know? Whatever, teach their own. But this one right now, this is a Benchmade. No idea what the make model is. It's got tape and glue all over it for obvious reasons. And this is the one I generally carry from a day-to-day basis. You know, this is what I use the most out of all of it. Obviously, aside from the phone, never leave home without it. All right, so generally speaking, I've got the knife, the pistol, first mag, extra mag, phone. Take the rest of these away. Generally what I'm gonna be running, but if I'm going somewhere special where I feel like I might need more than that, I will grab a small flashlight and another magazine for my 365. This is the big one that protrudes out the bottom. Not great for carry, but you know, better for shooting. So that's why I bring it. But those are for, you know, special circumstances. In my family, dads carry backpacks. It cuts down the little maniacs losing everything that they came with. So if I'm out and about and I have the backpack, I generally will have this extra stuff in the bag with maybe a medical kit of some kind. So that's just a quick down and dirty of my EDC. Let me know in the comments what you thought. Let me know what you guys carry, plus or minus this loadout. I think this is a pretty basic standard loadout. Again, if you don't run a light on your EDC, you know, it took me a very, very long time to warm up to it. Like I said, Coach finally talked me into it, and I really saw no difference. The lights have gotten so small and so reliable. I've never changed the battery on this thing. It's still very bright. You know, the light is still really bright. Give it a try, see what you think. Hope you liked this video, and I'll see you again next time.